Hi, bonjour, 안녕하세요. How has it been for you guys? Have you been Beauty or the Beast? For me, last couple of weeks has been very difficult, especially with my husband. I became a lot of time beast towards him, nagging, criticize, disconnecting, cold face, many things. But thanks God, we've been working on Emmanuel process, Emmanuel journal. My husband has been making so much effort to be empathy with me and encourage me and affirm me. And lately I became again beauty with smile and extra care and service. And yeah, so all of us, I believe there's a season that's overstressed with children, family, work. So we tend to be more beast than beauty. But when we make effort to be empathize to one another, understand each other's emotion and difficulty, and appreciate one another, there's a way that we can be beauty in the difficult time. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about my soul is in the safe place. And at the end, I'll break it down into 2 sessions. And at the end, we'll talk about how we can have that empathy to be beauty. Yeah. So, first of all, there is Psalm 139. I couldn't figure it out how to put the screen and all together, but in Psalm 139, it talks about God who sees us, who hears us, who knows us. The God who is almighty and powerful and strong, the one who created this earth and us. This big God, He sees us sitting, standing, going, and coming. And this God also knows our words, what we will say, what we think, what we perceive, what we feel, our situation. Can you imagine yourself now if the Queen Elizabeth, she will call you for your birthday? It's your birthday and you received a phone call from England, and Queen Elizabeth talked to you that happy birthday, Jean, happy birthday to you. How do you feel about it? I'm sure we will feel so special and so honored. Wow, Queen Elizabeth, she remembers my birthday. She called me personally. I'm sure some reporter might approach to you like, how was it? What did she talk to you? How come you have this special relationship with Queen Elizabeth? You know, it could become a big deal for everybody that you receive phone call for your birthday from Queen. But the God who is in the higher position than Queen Elizabeth, not only the one time for your life or one time per year for your birthday, but this God who is almighty is looking at you. He's seeing you, He's hearing you, He's knowing you every moment, every day of your life. That's how much we are so special, so precious and valuable to Him. When we feel somebody sees us, when we feel somebody hears us, when we feel somebody knows us, that's such a special and valuable feeling as human beings. God didn't create us to survive only with food and the clothes and the shelter. He created us to thrive from within, that we will feel that we are special, we are valuable, we are precious. Unfortunately, after Second World War, due to the war, there were so many abandoned children. They lost their family, their parents, the place to stay. So many people had to stay in orphanages or hospitals, some sort of facility to survive. And those facilities were able to provide food and clothes and place to stay and sleep, but they couldn't offer the constant contact, constant affection, constant relationship with those people. Because of the deficiency of care from one stable person, we could find a lot of difficulty in their development. They had hard time controlling their emotion, their compulsivity, and also they couldn't have good intelligence, their language barrier, and also their social connection with other people was at the risk. And many of them ending up depending on a lot of drugs and compulsive and addictive behavior and tendency, and also they couldn't have good attachment and good connection in the social status. And it shows us when we don't have one caregiver who could offer comfort and assurance in the time of distress and fearful moment, it really impacts on their mental and emotional and physical development. So as a human being, to have right development and maturity, we don't only need survivor elements like food and the place and the clothing. As a human being, to be mature and to be developed correctly, emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually, we need something solid in our heart with other person. When we have stable emotional connection and safe interaction with somebody, it nourishes our maturity and our development. Let's have a look in our current society. These days, we could skip one meal, but if we have very slow and unstable Wi-Fi internet connection, that brings us more distress, right? I saw many people when they go to cafe or in the public place or in the subway station, if they don't have good connection, they look for the good connection. Okay, maybe in the higher place or lower place. Okay, what is the password? And usually those password is like really nonsense, so difficult with number and the capital letter, small letter. We don't care how long that password is. As long as we can connect to the stable Wi-Fi connection, we make our effort these days. We can just eat instant food. The food is no longer the thing, but the Wi-Fi speed and stability, that's like something that this generation is craving for, right? So when we go to the cafe or restaurant or good place, I see, including myself, taking a picture, we load it, we do the live show, we constantly connecting to social media to show them where we are and what we do, who do we meet, and good place that we go to. We share things to social media moment by moment. Why do we spend so much interest and our effort and our time on this social media these days? Because we constantly get feedback, the like button, the comments, and we feel like, oh, people see me, people hears me, people read my article, they know me. It feeds our humanly desire and needs that I am being seen, I'm being heard and known. I'm not invisible, I'm not forgotten. People recognize me, I am special, I am someone. This is very natural desire that we have, and that we seek for this. This is very natural thing. But we are focusing on this level of connecting with other people so much more than ever before. Do you think people can really know you by this way? Yes, it shows a part of who you are, what we did, who we met, what we have done. But this is very shallow level of who we are to show to other people. Yet why do we do this so much more than before? Because we have been hurt, we have been let down by people, we've been disappointed by people, we've been abused by people, we've been broken by people. We haven't had good relationship with people, and we try to protect ourselves by showing superficial level of who we are. Because when we show our deeper part, they destroyed our hearts, they hurt our hearts, and we want to protect our hearts now. The words of intimacy, it comes from Latin word intimus, and it means from deep down, deepest place of. So it implies when we want to have intimacy, we need to bring other person to our deep place. We need to show our deepest place to other people to make intimacy. If you have something precious and valuable, object or jewelry, whatever you have in the house, where would you put it in the house? For me, things are very precious, things are very valuable to me. I put them in the very, very secret place in our house. Place that people cannot recognize easily, they cannot easily access. Be hidden place, the dark place, the place that I only know, that I can go and I know there's a precious things. We don't put precious things in the public place easily because it can be damaged easily. We want to take care of them. Just like this, our hearts are so precious and so important to us. We put them in a very, very deep, secret place that people cannot hurt easily. But when we feel safe and secure, when we know there's no robber, there's no stranger who might take it away from me, when we feel the secure and safe environment, we put it out our precious thing and to show to other people, right? Just like this, our hearts are so precious, we place them in a very safe, secret, secure place, in the deep place in our heart. And when we feel safe, when we feel secure, we bring this out and we show it to other people. The person who wouldn't rub it away, the person who wouldn't damage away, we show our precious thing to them when we feel safe and secure. So, as a human being, we want to show this precious thing to other people. But at the same time, we are afraid, again, if it's going to be let down and disappointing. I don't want to show. I just want to show just superficial level so that I don't feel hurt, so that I don't feel the risk anymore. Because of that fear, we stay in the superficial, shallow level, and we feel lonely, we feel empty, we don't feel seen and heard and known completely by the relationship, and we try to protect ourselves so we don't feel risk. When I was 10 years old, my parents got divorced. Before their divorce, I prayed to God many times that they will not be separated. But at the end, they're their choice that they made decision, and I had to suffer a lot. And from that process, I had such a image that it was God who allowed them to get divorced. So I blame on God. God, you are the God who listened to my prayer, and I prayed to you, and you didn't listen, and you let them. So I had so much anger and hatred. I didn't believe in God and in His goodness. You're not good because you destroyed my family. So I just waste my life just here and there, rebellious. And when I went to university, my mom saw my life just going completely nambukdekwa. So she told me, I need to do disciple training school, which in the Christian organization in Youth with Mission. And I was like, no way, I'm not gonna do this. And there was a lot of fight. And then my mom is such a lovely, cute, lovely lady. And I never seen her very assertive. And okay, if you don't want to study about who God is, but studying secular school and drinking and party and whatever you do, I don't agree. You need to stop studying. And we went to this breath. So finally I went to this disciple school, and I ran away from this school many times because okay, this shit, I don't believe in this shit, he's not good, and crying and many drama. And then finally I had to go to mission outreach to Kazakhstan, January 2015. Kazakhstan is located under Russia, and like the brutal winter is like minus 30-40 degrees. No wonder why they are wearing the fur hats. It's not for the fashion and the movie, the fur, you know, it's like Survivor. If you take off your hats, your brain can be frozen outside. That's how cold it was. And snow was up to the level of my back. And snowstorm, and it was really brutal winter. And we were supposed to go to we were on the way to the church that's just Pioneer under the snowstorm, because there was no car, no public transportation, everything was shut down. We had to walk there about like 40 minutes under the snow. There was snow, coldness, like going to church, like I don't even believe fully in God so much. why do I have to walk under this kind of condition? This is just so shitty. Like I was like swearing inside and like complaining. Okay, I'm going to ask my passport to go back. This is just whatever. This situation is so irritating that I was so upset. And after our schedule, I came to church. There was a big cross in front of my eyes, and I started to cry. I hate this situation. Why am I here? Because of my mom. I was blaming everything. My mind was just so full of hatred and yeah, darkness. And suddenly I remember I just talk, maybe to God. God, what do you want me to learn from this situation? I said one word. What do you want me to learn from this situation? And suddenly I saw the vision. Philippians chapter 4:12. So I was like, okay, what is that? That seems like Bible. And I went and I looked for Bible, and it was written, I want you to satisfy whether you are poor or rich. You can do all things through Christ Jesus. And I started to have goosebumps because I was there all alone. And the one thing that I asked to the Lord was, what do you want me to learn? And it was like a dialogue. I want you to learn to satisfy. And it feels like He sees my situation that I couldn't satisfy with this difficult setting that I was in. And He heard my question. That was the big thing. He heard my question and He spoke to me. The perfect right response to me. And He knows what I'm going through. It started to give me goosebumps. I started to cry, like nasty cry, like I don't care cry, like the nose water and everything come out, because the God that I deny for all my life, He was there. He was listening to us. He was seeing my situation. He was knowing what I was going through, and He responded to me. He was just, ciao, okay, you are having difficult time, okay, suck it. No, He responded, my dear daughter, I want you to satisfy. You can do this through Jesus Christ. And that was the moment that changed my entire life. When I felt His loving presence, that He sees me, He hears me, and He knows me. It was a special bonding moment. In the time of distress, He didn't let me alone. He is with me together. His presence is with me in the time of difficulty, and He responds. The special bonding experience that I had in 2015 in Kazakhstan, that changed my entire world as a Christian, as a person. No matter where I'm at, He is there to hear me and sees me and know me. The safe, secure presence that I experienced from the Lord brought all my bitterness and my fear and the doubts. Why? Why did you give me such a pain? Why my parents got divorced? Why? All that junk that I had and held inside by myself, that deep, deep, deep hurts came out, and I could dialogue with God, and He healed my heart. He healed my heart, and He became my Father. When I felt a safe, secure presence, that He sees me, that He hears me, that He knows me. I could bring all my depth towards God. And He didn't destroy, He didn't disappoint me. He embraced them all together and started to heal my life. We all have this desire that we want to be seen and heard and known. Even if you are old, grandfather, the young, we all have it as a human being. And we need to feel this constantly, that we have somebody, and I am special, I am valuable. So next episode I will talk about more how, what is the practical way. We will do some practice together, but today was more about how important it is that we recognize we have this desire, we have these needs, and God create one another to provide these needs. Thank you for listening. Bye.